Welcome students to the Community Nutrition series. In this series we're going to view how our beautiful world of nutrition can impact our communities. And in this first video we're going to focus on what's the community nutrition and its relationship with biotech, how biotechnology can also affect our communities. So let's begin. Hello to you all, my name is Tommy. I am a human nutrition student and researcher at the university. What I do in these type of videos is to synthesize my classes at the university so then I can explain and teach you the best and most valuable information you need to know. So let's begin by talking about what is the community nutrition. So, the definition is a process of helping individuals and groups to develop healthy eating habits in order to promote wellness and prevent disease. It's a part of public health, of course, and it studies the population nutrition. It has a multidisciplinary way of studying, of course, involving different areas. The goals of community nutrition are to educate individuals and groups to adopt healthy eating habits. And there are three main areas: the population groups, which can indeed be all age groups, ranging from babies to pregnant women to older adults. And there are specific and designed policies for each group. Nutritional policies, they follow the law and human rights on nutrition, that everyone has the right to get nutrition. And number three, programs and initiatives, to make sure that nutritional policies are followed. So what are the functions? We can differentiate here between global and practical. So on global, we have to identify and evaluate nutritional problems in a community, maybe in a specific group. Then we have to design specific intervention programs and evaluate our strategy. On a practical perspective, well, we have to identify nutritional problems, then set nutritional goals and guidelines, followed by nutritional policies, nutritional training programs, as well as nutritional programs to a specific community. Then create educative material, like this one for example, social communication, and then the food industry processes must be modified as well. There must be a modification also of the menus we find in restaurants, and there must be an information and documentation service. Communication and coordination is key as well, and we have to supervise work from other institutions. Again, this is multidisciplinary. Professional competence, here again, multidisciplinary. Then formation needs. We have to create more experts in the field. And then provide individual assistant functions or clinical help. The general objectives of a community nutrition program are to improve life quality by a gradual adaptation to the nutritional model, to the new eating habits. Nutritional adequacy is found in cultural acceptability, so not to give, for example, pork to a Muslim. Food availability, for example, you shouldn't prescribe avocados in northern countries. These are tropical fruits. And take into account the viable food resource. Systems that support community nutrition. We have the political system via project funding, the legal system creating new laws on nutrition, administrative system. They create and follow individual and group objectives. Food transport and trade, nutritional surveillance and educational system. And then the community nutrition has a team. Again, this is multidisciplinary. And here we have a lot of people involved. Dietitian nutritionists, for example, what I'm studying, medical doctors, nursing staff, pharmacists, social workers, sociologists, psychologists, statisticians, agronomists, also biologists, biotechnologists, biochemists, chemists and environmentalists, veterinarians as well, administrative personnel, journalists, and also communication experts. Okay, so now let's take a look at biotechnology and health. How the biotechnology can affect our communities. Okay, so biotechnology is a relative old science that can create new products. It's used to mix and select seeds to make grow the best ones. These are the colors of biotech. Yellow for food and nutrition, blue, marine and aquatic, green, agriculture, red, health, brown, dry regions, purple, laws and ethics, white for the industry, black for the bioterror, grey for the environment, and gold for computational. We're going to focus mainly on the yellow one, food and nutrition. So food biotech, it can be traditional, for example, using fermented products. That's why I said it's a relatively old science. Fermented products are very old indeed. Classic, for example, seed selection and crosses. This is an ancient method of biotech, and also modern, with genetic manipulation. The objectives are process and conservation, using fermented products, for example. And again, in the Middle Ages, it was actually safer to drink fermented beverages such as wine and beer instead of water. In terms of quality objectives, plague resistance, tolerance to adverse effects, and increase the production efficiency as well. And vigilance, we have to detect poisons, traceability, and increase the food safety through the analysis. The current food trends are higher production, higher preparation easiness, higher healthy effects of the food, lower processed food, and increase the quality of the products. The types of food: functional food, transgenic food, and natural food. These are all the trends we're following based on what we are doing right now. So we are trying to reduce processed food and increase healthy foods to indeed live a healthier life. And to do that, we are trying to use these types of food. So let's take a look at what is the quality label. Since we want better food for us, we are using this quality label, which is an additional information to increase the diversification, the sustainability, lower the globalization, and increase the local products and ensure food origin. So indeed, these are labels that try to guarantee better quality. We have two based on geographical origin. The protected designation of origin, PDO, that ensures that all production phases are done in that specific area. This is, for example, Parmigiano Reggiano, the cheese made entirely in Italy. And then we also have the protected geographical indication, PGI, in which at least one production phase is done in that area. So this is based on geographical origin. On the other hand, we have production methods. So the traditional specialty guaranteed, the TSG, is linked to the way of production, not to the origin. This is, for example, creating a pesto sauce in another country following the recipe made in Italy. And then we also have organic food. This is made without synthetics, only natural products, and it has lower controls, though. And now let's take a look at functional foods. So they have scientifically proven benefits. There is no such thing as superfood, though. It's only marketing. And functional food, they can be based on the food nature, on a healthy diet, on a specific function, or on a population group. These are things such as natural or modified, rich in vitamin D, omega-3, probiotics, etc. They are not miracles, food for general population. This is food for all groups of population. Medications, of course not. Supplements, or nutraceuticals. These are nutrition and pharmaceuticals. And also new foods. They are not functional foods. What are the benefits of functional foods? Well, metabolism, control of weight, sugar and or plasma lipids, and also improvement of physical performance. And in here we also include light foods, which are foods that have 30% less calories than the original one. Cardiovascular benefits, they prevent thrombi because many of them are enriched with omega-3 and vitamins. Digestive benefits, probiotics and prebiotics, soluble fibers, lignin, and non-digestible oligosaccharides. These are all nutrients that can be included in functional foods. Another benefit is a lowered oxidative stress, better growth and development. This is because of minerals and vitamin supplemented foods, and also probiotics. And they have also an improvement in attention and memorization when they are associated with soy lecithin and taurine. So functional foods are not for the general population, and these are the specific population groups to which they are directed. The elderly, athletes, celiac people, hypertension, diabetes, etc. So specific groups. The European declarations say that they must provide either nutritional or health property to be considered as functional food. And a functional food is identified by the EFSA and nutritional declarations. So not everything can be a functional food. Again, many of them are not. And now it's time to talk about GMOs, genetically modified organisms. These are foods created through genetic engineering. What are the types of GMOs? We have the genetically altered and modified through genetic engineering. Starting with the genetically altered GMOs, we have hybrids and crosses. This is how most fruits are created. We have the grafts. This is a technique used to improve crops through selection. And the mutagenized, inducing mutations and selecting the best ones. So these are very generic genetic alterations, and we have been doing them since a long time ago. Indeed, this can happen naturally, whether mutagenized they have been introduced in the 50s. On the other hand, more recently we started using genetic engineering to create transgenic foods. This is adding better genes from other organisms. Then there is also a method called CRISPR-Cas. This is a genetic editing technique that can do pretty much everything. It can edit the genetic code to change the gene expression as you want. And then there is also another technique called the silenced genes. This basically inhibits the genes to not express the protein of interest. Very interesting one. As you can see, we have the generic ones and the specific ones. This is via trial and error, and here we go straight to the point. What are the applications of GMOs? Well, solving overpopulation problems, sustainability, edible vaccines, clothing, laundry detergents, vitamins, cheese, and biodiesel. Most of these things nowadays are made through GMOs. What are the categories of GMO foods? Well, we can have GMOs, genetically modified foods, such as soy or corn. Then there are foods that contain GMOs. Imagine a salad with soy or corn in it. Produced from GMOs, these are, for example, nachos made from transgenic corn. And then foods that contain ingredients produced from GMOs. An example would be chocolate having lecithins that are made from transgenic soy. And then there are also some examples of transgenic foods, such as the potato. This is a hybrid between a tomato and a potato. And also the egg and chips. This is a hybrid between an aubergine, an eggplant, and the potato as well. And a funny thing is also the Simpsons tobacco and tomato. GMOs in the world. So we have 27 seeds in 29 countries that are commercially grown transgenic crops. The leaders in transgenic crops are, guess what? USA, Brazil, Canada, Bangladesh, Australia, and China. As you can see here, no Europe. And the majority of transgenic crops are from soybeans and corn for the industrial meat production. And here in Europe, we do not only reject transgenic foods, but we also have transgenic-free areas, such as here in Spain, Asturias, Balearic Islands, Galicia, and Basque Country. Okay, this is it for this video. I hope you understood everything I said. If you didn't, there is a comment section down below. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications, so you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you find value in this video, please share it to your friends to spread this knowledge to them as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one, in which we're going to talk about the microbiota and genetics. So stay tuned for more information. Ciao!